Hey, this is Mark Spoonhour with Laptop Magazine, and today we're here with the Dell XPS 13. It's Dell's first Ultrabook, and they're definitely going after a crowd that's into thin and light and fast laptops. It's going to start at under $1,000, and we're going to give you a walkthrough of the design and features of this unique and thin device. So the XPS 13 is Dell's first Ultrabook, and Dell says that with the solid-state memory, you'll be able to wake from sleep in just 2 seconds. But before we do that, we'll show you a quick look around the design. This is an aluminum lid, and the design itself is 2.99 pounds. It's very thin, going from 0.21 up to like 0.7 inches. So very similar to the MacBook Air, but you are getting a more compact form factor because Dell squeezed a 13-inch display into a 12-inch chassis. So if you put them side by side, you can definitely see that this has a smaller footprint. So it's even more portable in some ways than the MacBook Air. And you can also notice that it just took a second for the display to pop back to life. So similar to the Air, you are getting very, similar to instant on experience. The panel is 13 inches. You get 1366 by 768 resolution. So not as high as some competitors, but you do have the edge-to-edge glass here, which is a really nice look. And the colors are pretty good. This will give you an idea of what the desktop looks like. You have a full-size keyboard right here, which is backlit. And the design on the deck has a soft touch finish. This is over magnesium. And that soft touch actually extends to the touchpad. So far, we like the look and feel of the touchpad, and it is fairly large, and the clicking works fine. And we're going to be diving into some of the multi-touch gestures, but so far, so good. On the bottom of the XPS 13, you have a carbon fiber finish, and there's a nice pattern to it too. Dell is definitely going after a unique look compared to some of the Air clones that are out there, and this has a good feel in your hand. So it's nice and portable, but also very sturdy. In terms of specs, the XPS 13 is going to start with a Core i3 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, and a 128 SSD, but you'll be able to step up to Core i5 and Core i7 processors. And Dell is also stepping it up on the technology side versus other Ultrabooks because you're going to have a feature called Quick Connect or Smart Connect from Intel. And what that does is that even when the notebook is asleep, you'll be able to connect to Wi-Fi networks and update things like your email. So you are getting some features that you don't find on other Ultrabooks. Walk you around a little bit of the design right here. On the left-hand side, you have the USB port, the headphone jack, and the power connector. And on the right-hand side, you have the display port, super speed USB 3.0, and a little indicator that you can press right here to see how much battery life you have left. What's missing on this design is an SD card slot, which could be a deal breaker for some because it's something that a lot of people use for transferring files. So if you are going to be picking up the XPS 13, you should definitely get a card reader. Overall, though, the XPS 13 has a really nice design. We're assuming it's going to have really good performance, and you do get true instant on with the SSD. So for less than $1,000, this is definitely one of the better Ultrabooks that we've seen so far. Stay tuned for a full review of the Dell XPS 13. This is Mark Spoonhour with Laptop Magazine.